All right, hello and welcome. Today, we're going to dive into the art of negotiation by looking at just one single powerful sentence. Let's see what secrets it's holding. So, here it is. And yeah, you're seeing that right. This one sentence, that's our entire source for today's explainer. It's from a negotiation module, and man, does it make a bold promise. It says you can learn to apply nudging to form-designed behavior. I mean, what does that even mean? How can you design someone's behavior? That's the big question, and that's exactly what we're going to unpack. Okay, so let's be clear. This is way more than just some boring learning objective on a syllabus, right? I mean, really think about what it's promising. Form-designed behavior. That suggests you're not just playing the game of negotiation, you're literally the one designing the game board. It hints at a level of control, of forethought that's, well, it's pretty wild. So to really get a handle on this, we've got to break it down. We're going to pull this sentence apart into its three key pieces. First, what exactly is a nudge? Second, what is this designed behavior all about? And finally, how does it all click together in a negotiation? Let's tackle them one by one.
All right, first up, the nudge. Now, this is a word we all kind of know, we use it all the time, but when you put it in the context of a negotiation, it becomes something much more tactical. So let's really dig in and define what we're talking about here.
So, what is a nudge? I mean, really? Before I show you the definition, just think about it for a second. If you're in a negotiation and someone talks about nudging the other person, what pops into your head? Is it just a helpful suggestion? Maybe a thinly veiled threat? A really clever argument? What is it? Well, here's the heart of it. A nudge is a form of subtle influence, and those two words are key. This is not about telling someone what to do, it's not about twisting their arm. Nope. It's way, way more nuanced than that. And that's the absolute crucial point, right? The difference between forcing someone and just guiding them. A nudge never takes away their choice. It just makes one option look a little shinier, a little more logical, maybe just a little bit easier. It's like gently steering them down one path while leaving all the other paths wide open. Okay, so we have the nudge. Let's move on to the second piece of this puzzle. And honestly, this might be the craziest part of the whole thing. Designed behavior. This is where it gets really interesting because we're not just talking about an action anymore. We're talking about a pre-planned, totally intentional result. And this chart, wow, it just lays it out perfectly. On one side, you have most negotiations, right? They're spontaneous, kind of chaotic, reactive. You're just trying to keep up. But design behavior, that's the total opposite. It's intentional, it's architected, it's proactive. You stop just reacting to the other person's moves and you start building the arena where the moves happen. And let's zoom back in on that one key word from our sentence, form. Think about that verb. It's so active, so powerful. It doesn't say hope for a response. It doesn't say wish for a response. It says form, like you're a sculptor. You're building it, constructing it. The goal is to literally shape the conversation to get a result you decided on ahead of time. Okay, so now we have our two main ingredients, right? We have the subtle influence, that's our nudge, and we have the intentional outcome, that's our design behavior. So what happens when we put them together? Let's see how this mashup creates a seriously powerful strategy for anyone at the negotiating table. And here we are, full circle, back to that original sentence. But look at it now. It doesn't just look like a bunch of words anymore, does it? Now you can see the strategy hiding in plain sight. You apply a subtle influence to construct an intentional outcome during the negotiation. It's basically a formula for influence. And the key thing here is that this isn't some kind of dark magic. It's actually a process, a three-step process. Step one, define. You have to know exactly what you want the other person to do. Maybe you want them to be the first to name a price. Step two, design. You have to create the perfect little nudge that makes that behavior almost irresistible. And finally, step three, apply. You have to know the perfect moment to deploy that nudge. Define, design, apply. Simple, but not easy. And if you're gonna take one thing away from all this, let it be this. Understanding this concept completely changes your role. You're no longer just a participant who shows up and reacts. No, you become the architect. You're the one drawing the blueprints for the conversation itself. That's a massive, powerful shift in how you approach things. Which, of course, brings us to a final, pretty big thought. This stuff is powerful, there's no denying it, but it also opens up a really tricky question. So I'll just leave you with this to chew on. Where do you draw the line between subtle influence and manipulation? When does a helpful nudge become something else? It's a blurry line and definitely something worth thinking about. Thanks for tuning in.